Elisabeth von Thadden. Some people may ask, who is she? Why should I care about her? What did she do for the Jewish people in such a time of German controversy? Well, ring that bell, school's in session, because Elisabeth von Thadden was a very underappreciated figure in the history of Nazi resistance efforts during World War II. Von Thadden got her start in southwest East Prussia, born July 29, 1890, in her district Brungen. She was born into leadership, being the oldest of 5 children to Adolf von Thadden and Erengard von Gerlach. Elisabeth's father was the first example of true leadership, as he was the Prussian County Commissioner of Landkreis Griffenberg in Pomerania. In her childhood, Elisabeth would go on to attend private boarding school in Baden-Baden, as well as the renowned Reifenstein School. In 1909, tragedy would strike when Elisabeth's mother died, leaving her in charge of the family estate and taking care of her younger siblings. Following her mother's death, Elisabeth would go on to pursue a career in education, attending the Sociale Freien Schule. After attending Sociale Freien Schule, Elisabeth would start blossoming into the figure we know her as today. In 1927, Elisabeth got her biggest leadership break yet when she opened her own private boarding school for all girls. At this school, Elisabeth would teach the Christian ethics from her Protestant childhood, as well as Kurt Hahn's educational ideas. Along with these other two things, Elisabeth taught her girls to be independent and emancipated thinkers, and refused her girls to join the League of German Girls at the school. But even as a teacher in Germany during the 1920s, Elisabeth's moral values still shined through in her everyday life. Thadden would be dismissed from her position as headmistress after refusing to dismiss her Jewish students from the school upon Nazi request, and continued to see her Jewish friends in secret. After being dismissed as headmistress, Thadden would move back to Berlin to become a Red Cross nursing assistant, and then would eventually join the Solf Circle. Because of her teaching past, Thadden quickly became a big contributor and big asset as a member of the Solf Circle. His impact was felt straight from the start, as she opened up her house as a location for meetings and gatherings of the Solf Circle, and attracted many people from different ways of life. Thadden aided in other ways, such as hiding Jewish Germans, helping fleeing Jews reach safer countries, and producing false documents. Unfortunately, all great things must come to an end, as Thadden's ambitiousness overtook her cautiousness, which ultimately led to her demise. On September 10, 1943, Thadden would mistakenly invite Paul Rexy to a Solf Circle meeting. Rexy would turn out to be a Gestapo informant who would then go on to rat out the Solf Circle, leading to all of their arrests. On July 1, 1944, Thadden was presented in court, where she would be charged with high treason and undermining the fighting forces. Thadden would be sentenced to death by beheading in the prison in which she was detained in Berlin. So what? What did Thadden teach us? Elisabeth was one of the unsung heroes of the resistance efforts against the Nazis that knew that the cause was bigger than herself. Elisabeth taught us to be selfless, that even in a time of wrong, the time is always right to do the right thing. The story of Elisabeth von Thadden will never go unheard of, as long as there are those who truly recognize what she stood for.